Welcome back to Power Your Life. Have you ever noticed that certain scents evoke a rush of emotions? Say the smell of a blueberry pie that's baking in the oven may remind you of staying at your grandmom's as a child. Or maybe a particular cologne can remind you of an old romantic partner. Why is this? Here to break it all down for us is Sue Phillips, scentologist and international fragrance designer and the founder of Scenterprises. Sue, it's a pleasure to have you here this evening.
I'm so happy to be here, and thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure, and I actually have on me something that you created from Scenterprises, my
yes.
very own personal scent.
Dr. Joanne's Own.
It is. It says Dr. Joanne's Own. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome. You took our scent personality test, and based on your responses, I created something that I thought would fit the answers to your test, and I'm glad you like it.
Well, it's wonderful, and other people can take that
Yes,
test too, because
absolutely.
it's about deciding and determining what scent fits your mood, who you are, what your likes are, and it does it very simplistically and yet really very powerfully.
Well, I think, our sense of smell is our strongest sense after sight, and it's the most ignored. And what happens is people today are wanting to reflect their own individuality and their own personality. And there are so many fragrances out there on the market. How do you know what works for you? So by taking our scent personality test, you can determine if your olfactive preferences. Do you like fresh scents, floral, woodsy, oriental? And we've narrowed it down so that people can really take the test online, figure out what they like and let us know, and the way we did it. And you were very gracious to take that. Thank you.
It was really my pleasure. And you have an incredible background. You've worked with Tiffany, you've worked with Lancôme, you've done so much with Arden, Elizabeth Arden, and you've done so much in terms of tribute to your mom. Let's talk a little bit about that, because my mom had dementia too, and so my heart goes out to you.
Well, thank you. My mom passed away about 2 years ago, and she was the most amazing artist. She was the foremost calligraphist and watercolorist from South Africa. And here is something. This is a work she did, which is, I don't know if you can see, but
I don't know if they can.
It's highlighted with gold gesso.
It's beautiful.
And then this is, that's a tribute that she did from the ancient Latin tribute, the ancient Latin works. And this is actually a poster that she had done. I have the original, and this is a herbal abecedarium, where every letter of the alphabet is reflected by a herb or a spice. So fragrance and food and scents were very important to her. And you can see on the bottom left, it says fragrances from herbs. And then you can see here, herbs for culinary use. So she was all about the senses, and knowing that she had that she was having Alzheimer's, I wanted to really create a tribute for her. And she lived in San Diego, and so we did this celebration of the senses where we did a fundraiser for Alzheimer's and dementia. But everybody who bought a painting of hers was eligible for the grand prize, which was a round trip to South Africa and a 3-day trip to a game reserve. So it was a wonderful tribute for her.
Really wonderful, not only tribute to her, but for everybody else.
Yes.
Now, these wonderful scents really can help with memory, and like we said earlier, just conjure up memories. How does it work with people with dementia and with Alzheimer's?
Well, what's interesting is there are some tests being done right now in certain residents where they're doing fragrance therapy and music therapy. And it's really interesting. They're combining fragrance and music, because the one thing that goes when you have Alzheimer's or dementia, which leads to Alzheimer's, are your sense of smell and your sense of taste, and ultimately all the senses that are so interwoven. And so there's an experiment being done where they took the Spanish music, they took the wonderful oranges, the scent of oranges from Spain, and they basically did a celebration of the senses to see if people were able to, how they responded. So when they did the oranges and the music, the residents of the home were very animated and noisy. Then they did a converse thing. They did actually where they took rain music, and then they took the rain sticks,
And it was
and they
calming.
created a marine scent, like an ozonic,
Oh,
fresh marine
right.
scent, and people were very calm and they really loved it. And it's been noted that lavender can really keep you make you
Right.
very calm.
I know that. Lavender is wonderful. I use that sometimes
Yeah.
in a bath to
Exactly.
calm me and get rid of any jittery
Anxiety.
nerves. So
Well,
it's wonderful.
I sleep with a lavender sachet at night. If I'm having a problem sleeping, I pass on the lavender sachet and it relaxes me instantly.
And you know what? You talk also about how the scents, the fragrances can actually be healing. So let's talk about a little bit about that while we have a moment.
Well, I think in terms of aromatherapy and fragrances, you know, no one's really, studies have been done, but there's been no conducive, conclusive.
Let's do one.
I would love to do a conclusive study on how fragrances can help, but fragrances can be healing. Certainly the aromatherapy, you know, your essential oils. Essential oils are different from what we have. Essential oils are a single note, like a peppermint or a spearmint or a lavender or jasmine. And so those aromas, those essential oils have been known to be, you know, to heal.
You know, there was so much more. We have to do this again.
Yes.
But these are wonderful scents, and it's such an opportunity to really take this scent personality test and find out what's your very own scent. And thank you so much, Sue. It's been such a pleasure.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my and enjoy your
I
Joann's
definitely
blend
will. I'm
from-
going to put it on tonight.
from the blends that we had.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ahead, we're baking up some sweet goodies that are healthy and delicious. Be sure to stay with us.